Witness is Dianne Belsom, the founder and president of the Lawrence County Tea Party in South Carolina. Ms. Belsom, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for having me today. My name is Dianne Belsom. I am the president of Lawrence County Tea Party. Lawrence County Tea Party is a social welfare organization that seeks to educate ourselves and our fellow citizens on various issues pertinent to living in a free country. And we also work to educate voters by vetting candidates and holding candidate forums during election years. We typically meet once a month and hold an annual rally. We held our first Tax Day Tea Party rally in April of 2009 and then formally organized and incorporated with the state of South Carolina in March of 2010. On July 22, 2010, we filed for 501c4 status with the IRS and paid the application fee of $400. We received a letter on August 11, 2010, stating that if more information was needed to process our application, we would be contacted within approximately 90 days. After hearing nothing, I called the IRS in the summer of 2011, which is a year after I filed, and was told our case was still pending. But in the meantime, we were still responsible for filing tax returns, which we have done. On November 14, 2011, we received a letter from the IRS stating that we may be required to file a Form 90N, an e-postcard. Nothing more was heard until September 6, 2012, when we received a communication from the IRS requesting extremely burdensome additional information, which includes the following. Provide a copy of our Articles of Incorporation, which we had sent with our initial application in 2010. Information about all of our committees, including legislative, educational, and vetting, and how much time and resources are devoted to these activities. They sent about 20 pages copied from our website and wanted confirmation that these were, in fact, from our website. Then they wanted samples from any other social media sites, including Facebook. They asked for detailed information about all meetings, rallies, and events with dates and names of speakers, agendas, any associated materials, and if a guest speaker made remarks concerning upcoming elections and whether our organization took a view on anything expressed and how much time or resources are devoted to these activities. They wanted to know how much time or resources were devoted to vetting candidates. The IRS noted that our website had a lot of videos of candidates running for local office. They wanted to know what offices the candidates were running for, which was stated in the videos, a list of all candidates for these offices, and an explanation for those who didn't participate. Copies of any written materials, including invitations to the candidates, copies of any introductory statements made by us, and copies of all questions asked to the candidates, whether the interviews were edited, a list of which interviews were posted on our website, and explanation for any not posted, percentage of time and resources devoted to this. As regards a candidate forum we held, more questions were asked, including the date and elective offices for which it was held, a list of candidates and explanations for those who didn't participate, copies of opening remarks from us, who asked the questions, copies of all questions asked, copies of written materials, including invites to candidates and advertising, whether the videos posted were edited, and the percentage of time and resources devoted to these activities. Then they also asked for a list of expenses for the past 3 years, including any amounts expended in support of any candidate for federal, state, or local public office, which I might add is 0. Since I was already aware that the IRS was targeting Tea Party groups, I immediately contacted the ACLJ, and they agreed to represent us at no charge. Nevertheless, in order to comply with this information request, it took hours of time, stress, and aggravation. By the end of December, we had filed the requested information with the IRS. Then, on January 31, 2013, we received a request for more information, which included, again, a request for the Articles of Incorporation, copies of emails sent out on issues we deal with, plus copies from our Facebook. So emails sent out to our group members, I provided quite a few of those. Copies of free and paid ads placed in papers, pictures submitted to local papers, press releases, and materials for distribution. We complied with these demands on March 5th, 2013, and it is now June 4th, 2013, so nearly 3 years, and to date, we have still heard nothing. I'd like to note that our group is a small-time operation with very little money, and this represents a complete waste of time by the IRS in terms of any money they would collect if we were not tax exempt. Furthermore, nearly 3 years in waiting for an answer is totally unacceptable. The IRS needs to be fully investigated and held accountable for its incompetence, harassment, and targeting of conservative groups. Thank you.